Okay, today we're going to be tying a woolly bugger. Use a size 10 hook. These are the ones I'm using. Got to get it in there tight so when you're tying it, doesn't fly around or anything, because that's never fun. What you start with is some wire. I use this lead wire, and you just grab a snip bit. I like to just cut off a little bit. Apparently lose it instantly. There it is. Grab your wire, wrap it around here, get a couple of wraps in. You're going to want to cinch it down tight, like that. Not wanting to focus. It's fine. You just cinch it down real tight. Then you continue wrapping. I did it backwards because I'm kind of stupid. Wrap it around. Make sure this tail end is on there tight, because it'll cut your thread when you're tying, and your fingers apparently. You can use lead or copper wire or any form of wire you really want. It's up to you. Then grab yourself your desired colored thread. I'm using black. And you're gonna want to move that down a little bit and wrap right there a little bit. Move that forward, and then you're gonna want to wrap over it to lock it down into place. You're gonna want to wrap all the way around there. And then cut your tail end, making sure you don't cut your actual string that is still hanging. Then wrap it back to the front in loose spirals. Right about there. Now that lead wire is going to cause it to sink and have a nice action. Then what you're going to want to do is grab yourself some Malibu this. Don't know if the brand's still a thing. This is very old. Now, this is the feather itself. I think it's a faux feather. Don't know. You're going to want to cut yourself your desired length. Mine is right about, it's about the size of the hook. You're going to want some, like, tail, though. It's right about there. My desired length. Okay. Now that you've cut that, get all that excess stuff off of it. It's going to dirty up your space a little. Make sure to clean afterwards. Then you secure it onto the hook if it's not being stubborn, which mine is. It's also catching my finger. Nothing's perfect in fly tying. You can't be a perfectionist while fly tying. It's just can't be done. It's nigh impossible because flies are not perfect. Despite what you might see in the store, flies are not perfect. Now, this is your tail. It's going to look like kind of like a fish. And then what you're going to want to do is, I should have had this out beforehand, is grab your dove, I don't know what it's called, this stuff. Now, there's this stuff, which goes on your string. It's wax. Looks like chapstick or sunscreen stuff. What you do is you rub it all on your string. Don't want to do too much. Remember, always return your thread to the eye of the hook. Now, you don't want much of this stuff. You can make do with a little, and then you spiral it on there. right? Making sure to get an equal, try and get an even amount. Then you're going to wrap it. And loose spirals all the way down. Now what this is going to do is add some color to it. I need just a tad bit more, and I mean a tiny amount more. Like barely anything. Put some more wax. Get it on there. Okay, now it's on there. Make sure it's secured. Loose spirals, you want it to look buggy. Now, the great thing about flies are the buggier it looks, the more the fish is going to want it. It's part of fly tying. Now, get your whip finish tool, which is this. Now, there's a bunch of tutorials online on how to use them. And then you just whip finish it. That did not do a good job, which is fine. Nothing's perfect, right? The whip finish tool is honestly one of the most difficult things to learn in fly tying. Personal opinion, it's a pain in the butt. Okay. That knot held this time. Okay, then gonna want to cut it. You're gonna want just make sure that there's not a lot there. Then a lot of people use UV head cement, which glues up the eye of that hook. Every time you fly fish, a lot of times when you get new flies, you have to break the glue out of the eye. Something that works amazing is clear nail polish. Works like a charm. Don't get a lot of it. Just an itty bitty little dab right there on the eye. What it also does is help secure your knot, making sure that it doesn't want to fly away. Let it dry, and ta-da, you have your very own fly.